Dominant Manchester City advanced to Champions League final at Real Madrid's expense. Manchester City have booked their spot in the final of the Champions League courtesy of a 4-0 win over reigning champions Real Madrid in the second leg of their semi-final at the Etihad Stadium. The tie was delicately poised entering the match following a 1-1 draw in the first leg at Bernabeu, but a first-half brace from Bernardo Silva and second-half own goal from Eder Militao and late Julian Alvarez effort saw the Premier League champions run out 5-1 winners on aggregate. Pep Guardiola's side, who are bidding to win the treble this term, will take on Italian giants Inter Milan in the final of the competition in Istanbul on June 10, a week after facing Manchester United in the FA Cup final. The first attempt of the match came from Kyle Walker in the 4th minute, but the Man City right-back's attempt was always rising over the Real Madrid crossbar. The home side started well and had an opportunity in the 7th minute when Erling brought Haaland's pace took him into the Real Madrid box and round Thibaut Courtois, but there were no takers on his low cross back into a central area. Rodri then dribbled into the penalty box and fired wide of the post shortly after, before John Stones sent one wide from distance in the 12th minute, with Guardiola's team looking to take the lead in the last 4 tie. Man City somehow failed to take the lead in the 13th minute through Haaland, with Courtois managing to brilliantly keep out the striker's close-range header after an excellent cross from Jack Grealish. Kevin De Bruyne then sent a free kick just wide of the post in the 19th minute, with Real Madrid struggling to get out of their own half at the Etihad Stadium during a dominant period for the hosts. Courtois made another world-class save to keep out a Haaland header in the 22nd minute, but the home side made the breakthrough shortly after through Bernardo. A wonderful pass from De Bruyne released Bernardo inside the Real Madrid box, and he smashed his effort past the away side's goalkeeper to send Man City 1-0 ahead on the night and 2-1 in the tie. Haaland sent a rasping effort just wide of the post in the 27th minute, while their only real breakaway inside the opening 30 minutes saw Walker beat Vinicius for pace. Rodrigo came close to releasing Karim Benzema with a clever pass in the 33rd minute, but Man City goalkeeper Ederson was out his goal to make the claim, with Real Madrid just starting to enjoy more of the ball in Manchester. Toni Kroos rattled the crossbar with a brilliant strike in the 35th minute, with replays showing that Ederson got the slightest of touches to the German's effort from distance. Man City doubled their lead in the 37th minute, though, with Bernardo heading into the back of the net from close range after a blocked effort from Ilkay Gundogan had fallen for the Portugal international. Courtois kept out another effort from Bernardo in the 45th minute, before Manuel Akanji had a strike blocked behind shortly after, with Real Madrid fortunate to only enter the halftime break 2 goals behind. Such was the domination from the English champions in the opening half of action. Ederson made a brilliant save early in the second half to keep out a dipping free kick from David Alaba, before Dani Carvajal managed to take the ball away from Gundogan down the other end just before the German was going to have a clear shot on goal, with both teams having their moments. Antonio Rudiger's introduction for Luka Modric released Eduardo Camavinga into midfield, with Real Madrid needing to score at least twice in the final 25 minutes to stand a chance of advancing to another final. Marco Asensio was then brought on for Kroos, as Ancelotti introduced another goal scorer, and Real Madrid were certainly enjoying more of the ball in Manchester. Courtois made a brilliant save to keep out Haaland in the 74th minute with the forward's effort saved onto the crossbar and over. However, Man City had a third in the 76th minute through an own goal from Militao, who turned a De Bruyne free kick into the back of his own net to end the match as a contest. The hosts continued to dominate the ball in the latter stages and added another in stoppage time through Alvarez, who converted after a Phil Foden pass, and it was a brilliant all-round performance from Guardiola's side, who will now take on Inter for the trophy in Istanbul. Man City, who are bidding to win the Champions League for the first time, will now switch their attention back to the Premier League, preparing to host Chelsea on Sunday afternoon, while Real Madrid will return to La Liga action away to Valencia on Sunday night.